Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And welcome to Whispering Waves. My team of Whispering Waves has been giving me all kinds of information. One of the big things that's coming in, we've had a lot of solar flares, boom, 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 and that's gonna ripple in. Now, if you're not in great health, it's going to hit you a little harder. And if you're not taking care of your body, and what's being stressed is you really got to take care of your body and keep that vibration up along with your diet and taking vitamins. Now, I'm going to own this because I can speak from experience. Um, I've been taking these vitamins and they were really great. And I took them for quite a few months. I felt really, really good. And the waves came in, and it's like, yeah, I can handle this. And then with the high prices of things and everything, I got thinking, maybe I needed to cut a little corner. And I cut the wrong corner. And I decided, well, I was feeling so good, maybe I didn't need the vitamins anymore. So I stopped getting them and I stopped taking them. It didn't dawn on me or I didn't realize it until ways down the path there. And it was a very, very slow decline. And it didn't even register until I was down there pretty bad. And these energy waves came in and just knocked me on my keister, and I thought I was going to check out. I absolutely got to the point where I thought, oh, goodbye, I'm gone. And then my team, my whispering waves said, you're not taking your vitamins and you've changed your diet. And you need to go back to what you were doing before. And it's like, okay. So I did. And it worked. I had thought that I couldn't afford it. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to take a real good, honest look at this and juggle a few things around. And yeah, I could afford it. So I went back to it. We have to really, really take a look at what we're doing. That's part of self mastery and self improvement, self enlightenment, whatever you want to call it. We have to really take a look at what's going on and the old programming. Because the old programming, especially us baby boomers who are getting, past 65, we're programmed. We're taught from life is this way and you're going to grow old and you're going to die and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And if we believe that, then that's what we're going to manifest. So we've got to really, really keep a watch on ourselves, a watch on what am I thinking? What's going on with us? What am I watching on TV? What am I watching on the internet? What kind of information is feeding our brain? Are we feeding our brain healthy things? And we get this, inflation is getting so bad. Inflation is getting so bad, and you start buying the ticket. Yes, I'm not saying inflation is not getting better, because it's not as good as it used to be 2 years ago. It was very different. Um, we could, you know, the income that we had, and the input and the output, the scales was very, very different. And 2 years later, and the scale is the income isn't increasing at the same rate as the out is increasing. So we have to pick and choose, barter a little bit more with some things that we can, and take a real hard look at, mm, do I really need that? Or, can I, we have a little thing here where we are, our family here, we have a rule. Can I make it? You know, what, if there's something that I want, can we make it first without having to go out and buy it? That's a challenge sometimes, and then you got to get really creative, and that's the fun part. I'm really surprised at what we come up with. So, this is a real heads up for a lot of people. We've got to stay on top of our game, and not let the programming, not let the the negative feedback from the media, from other people, and that kind of stuff. Those old sayings, they kind of tend to wear on us. Uh, I call them implants. So some people call them implants, and it's not really a physical implant, like somebody injected something into you, but thought patterns that are injected into you from the TV, from your parents, from your grandparents, from all kinds of things. They keep, and that's, if you do any studying from like MK Ultra and all that sort of stuff, one of the primary things is repeat, 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 repeat. Now that's the good and the bad. Now, as we're changing our own programming, we have to continuously repeat, repeat, repeat. We can't just think positive for one day and expect our whole world to change. We have to continuously think positive and do things every day, even if it is just a few minutes every day. And then we will find that it gets better and better and better. And something I had shared with a friend of mine, I started 15 years ago, and we were strapped for money, and we weren't budgeting right. We were doing all kinds of crazy things. And I needed to change, and I started reading a book called Excuse Me, But Your Life is Waiting. Very good book, by the way. And she was talking about flip switching. And a flip switching is every time you have a negative thought that, I keep doing that. Don't just beat yourself up and say, oh, I keep doing that. When you have a negative thought, go, okay, that's a negative thought. Now, how do I flip switch that? What do I do to take that negative thought and have something positive waiting every time that thought pops up? Okay, my negative thought years ago was, I don't have enough money. I can't pay all the bills. I don't do the, I was like, oh, it was a snowball effect. And my intuition waves, whatever, whispering waves back then says, Thank you for my money today and all the bills I'll get to pay. And I could have $10 in my bank account, and I'll say, thank you for my money today and all the bills I'll get to pay. And it started getting better and better. I can't tell you how it started getting better. I just know it started getting better. It started working. And the more it worked, the more I did it. And the more I did it, the better it worked. And it just builds and builds and builds. And we're doing good today. We really are doing better than a lot of other people. Not to just grow, but it's a true fact. And, you know, our property here that we have is a lovely place, 11 and a half acres. And because we started doing these things, we it's going to be paid off in 2 years. I mean, and we've only had it 8 years. It's a 10-year plan. And it didn't break the bank. We didn't have to. And if you want to know more about how we did that, let me know in the comments, and I'll tell you about it. But the point is, when you have a negative thought, don't beat yourself up and going, oh, I'm being negative again. I'm being negative again. And if you have a link to me, and if you got me on Facebook and everything, get on that line, get on the messenger and say, I'm having this negative thought. How do I flip switch it? And I can come up with something for you, honey, because that's one of the things that I just love doing the most. That's what I do with a lot of people. Let's flip switch this negativity from one thing to another. Let's not worry and worry and worry and worry about something. Take that worry and let's put it in something positive, you know. Focus on what's positive. Yes, I was so sick. I was very, very sick. And I could sit around, and I've gone there, sit around going, I'm so sick, I'm so sick, I'm so sick. Every time you say, I am this or I am that, you become it. And we have to delete that and say, no, no. I am on a path to getting healthy. I'm on a good path of health and rejuvenation. And start telling yourself, and your body will listen, and it'll start to perk up. However, one of the things that you need to do with this is, even though in the beginning I am doing this, I am doing that, but if I am saying one thing and doing something destructive on the other, it's not going to line up. It's not going to give you the results that you want. You have to bring them into alignment. What I'm saying and what I'm doing. But it starts with saying it. I am healthy. I am on a path to making my life better. Now, the next thing I want to bring into alignment is, what am I going to do? And I don't care if it's one little thing. People ask me, oh, you do yoga and this sort of stuff. Oh, I can't do yoga. Okay. I started doing one little yoga thing many, many years ago, hatha yoga, and it's called the sunflower. You stand up and take a deep breath and make the sunflower and then go back down. And if you're interested in that, I'll show you that too. Let me know in the deal. But that one thing, every day, I do a sunflower. And next thing I know, I went from a sunflower, and the first thing in The yoga stance is the mountain, and then the sunflower, and then the mountain, and that's all. And then you pick up one thing at a time. You can't eat a hamburger all in one bite, shove it all in your mouth. You get overwhelmed with too much. Don't overwhelm yourself and load yourself down with all of these life changing things that's going to improve your life. Yes, it will, but it will also overwhelm you. One thing at a time. And then add into your alignment. Bring things into your alignment. And then you will notice, wow, things are starting to get better. The better it gets, the more you do it, the more you do it, the better it gets. So I hope this helps you. If you like it, press this little like button down there, wherever it is, and subscribe if this is the first time you heard from me. And I'm going to be on more often, giving more helpful tips. I hope this helps you, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. And those energies are coming. I'm going to be on here again to let you know what's going on. God love you. I love you. And remember, perception is everything. Change your perception. Oh, wow. You change everything. Bye-bye. Love you.